Today we're going to be trying a viral hack to make a keto-friendly burrito. So if you're new here, my name is Emily, and my twin sister Sarah and I have lost 160 pounds following a ketogenic or low-carb diet for the last 5 years, 6 years. I don't know anymore.
Time passes.
Right. And on this channel, we like to try and test different viral recipes for all of you. And sometimes you guys send us stuff that we are like, we don't want to try that, but then we do. And then other times we come across things on the internet. A couple nights ago, Sarah sent me this video and said, I want to try that. And it is a burrito shell made out of cheese. I'm scared of this video just because I think that burritos are an art form, the wrapping of it and everything.
We are not artists.
We just do our best here on this channel. So the recipe comes from an account called Cheat Day Eats, which I think is funny, kind of, because this is a regular day on a keto or low carb diet. So she takes a pan and places cheese in a shape and then puts bacon in it. I'm against the bacon thing just because I feel like that's not gonna go with our burrito. And we're trying to do a normal burrito. We're gonna do ground beef that's spiced with a taco seasoning. We just threw cumin, chili powder, salt, pepper, garlic powder in there, and we cooked that all up. I do believe that burritos need rice, and this is not your average rice. This is our Spanish style cauliflower rice. And we have made this in the past on our channel, and it's basically cooking down the cauliflower until it's nice and dry from frozen, and then adding in things like chicken stock and tomato paste and spices, and it comes together like this. It's a beautiful Spanish style cauliflower rice. And then we cooked up some fajita vegetables, and Sarah put some salt and pepper on the top.
Why not? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. We're gonna preheat the oven to 400 degrees. We have lined the biggest sheet pan that we could find with parchment paper. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. We're gonna be using a keto tortilla as like the template, right? But you know what I was distracted by? This, which is fine. But this is a trend that I've noticed over the past 6 months. It also says
keto on it.
It says keto, but it also says GLP-1 on it. I think that keto is becoming not trendy anymore. But we do have people that follow us that are on GLP-1s, and so we support whatever journey that you're on. But I'm just like, wow, we're getting erased. And this video is sponsored by City Beauty. So Sarah and I are almost 42, but honestly, most days I feel like I'm 27. And even though right now we don't feel dramatically different than we did when we were 27, we're trying to be more intentional about how we're supporting our health long term. And honestly, sometimes we don't know what's hormones, what's stress, and what's just daily life. But we do know that taking care of ourselves now will be an investment in how we feel in the years ahead. And that's why we've been taking Hormone Balance by City Beauty. Hormone Balance is a physician-formulated, non-hormonal supplement. What we love about it is that it's designed to help support women through hormonal transitions, while supporting overall wellness, healthy aging, and vitality. We also like that it uses advanced beadlet technology, because it's designed to help protect the ingredients and support absorption. So we've been taking Hormone Balance as part of our daily routine. We've been taking it with our one meal of the day, but you can split it up into two at 2 separate meals. So whether you're already experiencing hormonal changes or you're like us, just trying to be proactive, it's something worth paying attention to. So use our code KETOTWINS10, that's gonna give you 10% off, or if you choose a monthly subscription, you're gonna get up to like 25% off. Thanks again to City Beauty for sponsoring this video. So we're using this as a guide, right? I think that this is small for a burrito. Sarah doesn't think so. When I see like a Chipotle burrito, it's bigger. And I think that making it slightly bigger is gonna make it easier to form the burrito. I think that I wanna go, I'll make like little indents.
Yeah, if you want a 1,000-calorie burrito.
Well, we're splitting this.
This is a normal size burrito. It says burrito. Where does it say burrito? It doesn't say burrito.
So I'm gonna start with about that much. You know, this is not the first time people have done this. Like, I've seen like street taco and burrito vendors making this, but some of them even put it, like the burrito, they still have the shell. They have a tortilla and then they cover it in cheese. Yeah, I've seen it in
that
looks good.
Ones that they totally use cheese, but it's kind of like an art form, which we are not artists per se. Well,
they typically will do that like on a griddle, you know, but they're probably used to making these all the time, and it doesn't scare them. All right, now I'm gonna widen it. This is about 1.5 cups of cheese so far.
I think we need to keep all the cheese together too.
Right.
Because we don't want it to burn a little bit, so maybe you can use like a little tool, spoon, something.
So like kind of
to keep the cheese all together so it doesn't burn on the edges.
Okay. All right, so here's originally where we're at. I feel like we could go more, honestly. I'm worried about it.
I'm worried.
Sarah doesn't care about
That's not going to be a burrito shape, so good luck folding it.
I'm just going to tuck in all our cheese like Sarah suggested.
It's like an oval instead of a circle, so.
Sarah is now insisting that we use parmesan on the
Well,
top.
that's what they used in the recipe, and I would like to follow the recipe so that, you know, we can see if it works. I do think that adding a different type of cheese might help it, you know,
hold together. Okay. So the next thing that's kind of weird about this is that she sprays it with oil. I am afraid of spraying this. Okay, we are oiled, we are spread, we are 5,000 calories. So we checked the instructions and it says to bake it at 400 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes, so I'm gonna go 11 minutes. Right in the middle. I heard activity
sizzling.
Yeah, from the couch over there, and I'm like, okay, so it's been about 10 minutes, and I think that we are good to go here. Okay, so the next step is to let it cool, because now it's melted and it's being like, and now we want it to contract and form into our tortilla. And then we are gonna fill it. I'm afraid of filling it too, because I tend to overfill things. You're right, it is kind of an oblong shape. You're right.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a longer weirdo tortilla. Or
We're splitting it.
You keep saying that. I understand that. It doesn't change the, you know, geometry of
More
a
importantly,
burrito.
are we putting lettuce in this burrito?
I have lettuce in the refrigerator.
Do you put lettuce in a burrito? Answer
Yes.
below. I don't think a lot of people do. So it's cooled off now. I'm gonna peel it, and she places it down, oily side down.
Oily side down?
Yeah, because she blots it. We have our Spanish style rice, our fajita veggies, and Sarah bought...
They gave me the wrong thing.
Coleslaw.
I thought I bought iceberg lettuce.
So we're gonna put cabbage in here, but you could use lettuce. We're gonna use what we have, okay? And then we have ground beef. I'm gonna try to maintain a diameter of this square.
I think some people, like, they put it closer to one edge so that when they...
Like
I
here?
don't know. Use a spoon. Don't use too much. Emily likes to fill it.
She's like a backseat driver.
No, I'm not. I'm just, you have a tendency to overfill.
Then we'll have some cauliflower rice. We can make like 10 burritos with this. Meal prep and a couple tablespoons of our
You can make
fajita
the
veggies.
tortilla or the cheese wrap whenever you need it, though. Have the rest of the stuff cooked, you know? That's what we did here. We cooked all this stuff up beforehand, aka I did. And Emily sat there. I believe in you.
Really?
Is it that way? Okay. Okay.
No.
What? No? It was working.
No, I feel like it needs to kind of dip it inside.
No, that's not what. No, you're supposed to fold it with your hands and kind of tuck it. Did we watch the video?
Yes,
I mean,
that doesn't mean I can do it.
fold it over. Yep, fold it over and kind of tuck it. Yep, tuck it. Now fold it and kind of, you know, very hard shell.
I think we need to melt it all back together or something.
Maybe you could put it in the microwave for like a minute, or not even a minute, like a couple seconds to kind of loosen it, is what you're saying, or what?
Let's just try to like microwave it for a little bit. 30 seconds. We'll get 30 seconds for it.
We don't want it to melt too much and then it becomes a blob. I would say 10 to 15 seconds. When you start hearing it, that means it's too long in there.
Oh. Okay. I think
It's more of a square, but whatever.
I'm
we
gonna
can
just tuck her in here like that. It's a packet. It's a burrito packet. All right, we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try it. Should we get some sour cream?
No.
Okay. This is our set. This is how big it is. It's small. But you might have noticed that we are still filming at Sarah's old house because there are repairs that need to be made to the functioning of that house. And so we're not going to be moving over there yet.
It's nice when you have a big crack in your sewer line that you get to replace before you move in. Okay.
All right, here's the inside. It looks legit.
Yeah, it looks like a real burrito.
Yummy. See?
Real burrito minus that it's kind of flat.
Well, if Sarah would have let me fill it
No,
more.
that's not true. Admit it.
I will not.
Admit that it would be a burrito. I'm gonna make a burrito when you leave out of the rest of the stuff with a tortilla that is shaped correctly.
Wow.
Very tasty.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that the parm adds a framework, a structure.
I think mozzarella probably has the same structure ability, structural element. It's really good. I even like the cabbage in it. It's delicious. Little jalapeno, sour cream,
Hot sauce.
salsa.
We have been buying on purpose cabbage, shredded cabbage, like coleslaw mix in the bag because it lasts so much longer than regular lettuce and it's crunchy and
It does taste a little bit like cabbage though. But this
It
was
does,
not
but-
intentional.
No, it's not intentional, but
Like iceberg, I feel like wilts really easily, or other greens. And sometimes when we buy it, it's sometimes on the way out already, and then it gets all kind of like slimy and stuff. And I think coleslaw holds up way longer. It is pretty calorically dense. So I was thinking, like, initially I did buy chicken, shredded chicken, and it had a hole in the bag. I don't know what's up with this order this time, but there was a hole in the bag, and so we had to switch to beef. But
I'm not mad about it.
To be lower calorie, you could do like a shredded chicken, low fat mozzarella cheese. I think that's what we used actually. I'm just trying to think about like how to bring the calories down, because this is it is overwhelming, but good.
I love it. And I bet you it would be good as a chicken Caesar wrap too. Remember the cottage cheese flatbreads that we were doing? People were making the wraps out of them.
Those were hard to make, right?
It's cottage cheese and egg.
So if you want like more of like a calorically lower wrap,
Try the cottage cheese one.
Yeah, the cottage cheese
But
one.
if you want something that's really good,
I'll do this one.
anyway.
It's a lot of chewing.
Yeah. Anyway, YouTube seems to think you're going to like this video here, so why don't you click on it, and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily. This is Sarah. We are the Keto Twins signing out.
Caught me off guard. My jaw is tired, actually.